Hey people, it's me again. So, anyways, as far as the latest things that are going on in the world of YouTube and all that is, there's been some widespread panic as far as with the monetization. When a lot of YouTubers got like their videos demonetized for some reason, and they're having like these sort of new changes where it's like it had to be like quote unquote ad friendly as far as that goes. And as far as like what Rich from Review Tech USA said is that I pretty much agree with like what he said so far and all that, and then figuring in a way like with any of the other people so far and their 2 cents about it, it could be the same thing. So in some ways there are some people on YouTube there in general that don't really rely on the monetization on their own to help maintain their channel and all that. There are some people that rely on Patreon or any of these other what do they call it? Like these other little like crowdfund things there, as well as like any of like gamers on YouTube would usually rely on Twitch or Hitbox as far as that goes for to supplement their income and all this sort of stuff there. And in a way, not just that. I mean, I completely forgot about like YouNow or Vaughn Live, because that's also another platform that also people would also get income as far as that goes, besides YouTube and all that. You know. So, anyways, it's just making me think that whether or not if I still want to do like a whole gaming channel as far as that goes. I mean, I have a channel set up already there, and it's just that I need to have a new computer to kind of play some games and stuff like that, and as well as gain like all like the usual stuff as far as like a screen cap program and video editing software, and then like all the other little stuff there as far as that goes, where if I wanted to get like a legitimate copy of like those type of programs or a bootleg, as I did like last time with this computer when it was still working, in a way that I had like a bootleg copy of Vegas. I think it was 7 or 8. I forgot. Back at that time. So, anyways, it's one of those little things, that I'm just not really 100% sure about that. If I still want to do these kind of things like that, but this is like sort of the reason why I've also uploaded videos on Vimeo as far as that goes, because in a way it's like it's a completely different service, and you're not subject to the same kind of rules as like on YouTube there, but it's a smaller platform, but it's basically one of those little things that um that now I think we have to get used to the fact that maybe like YouTube is becoming a little bit more corporatized to the point where it's going to be becoming like um, cable TV or something like that. As much as I hate to say it in some cases there, but in a way, I probably have to expect that sort of thing to happen with anything that's kind of like new and fresh and exciting of some sort. That is gonna spoil out in some sort of way. With like YouTube there. I mean, when I first got on YouTube, that I had done like I hadn't really started doing videos until maybe about '07, I think. Like maybe like right around this time in '07 was when I started to make videos, and I started doing like a lot of stuff, a lot of these type of videos, as far as blog stuff, because it was mainly wanted to get certain things off my chest, and then as far as just to go around and blog about my life and all that, as far as a point of reference and stuff, because I started blogging in general, I think around like '04, when I had like a live journal account, that I had like an old live journal account there that I had on there from '04, and then I basically had disabled or removed that account and started a new live journal account that I still use from time to time, but it's like now it's like nobody really uses like live journal that much anymore. It's like MySpace, because of Tumblr. I mean, because now everybody uses Tumblr if you're kind of wanting to blog and stuff like that, and I have like Tumblr there, but I don't really like um do a whole lot of posts on Tumblr as far as that goes, but mainly when I blog, it's usually YouTube or Vimeo as far as that goes. But in a way, it depends on how I feel about this sort of thing, anyways, as far as that goes. I mean, in a way, it's not just that I've done like done what was it, like, not just YouTube, not just YouTube and LiveJournal, but I also did had a blog spot for a while, and I kind of maybe used it for a while, but then I didn't really blog too much about it, because then I gotten like so used to like blogging on LiveJournal that I didn't really use it that much anymore. And it's like, I think my username was one of the same usernames, but it's not. It's probably run by somebody else, because somebody else I took to the one that was like my username. So, anyways, as far as this thing goes, it depends on how I'm gonna feel about this sort of stuff, But then again, if enough people complain about the YouTube's policies and stuff like that, then maybe YouTube will change as far as that goes, because it's one of the things that I kind of said before about certain things. When a certain uh, company has some sort of changes that people don't really like that much, if people complain about it enough so much, then they'll change their mind about it. It's like the case with Microsoft forcing people to upgrade to Windows 10 as far as that goes, because they wanted to make sure it was a success, and they didn't want to have like the same thing that happened 10 years ago when Vista came around, and then how bad Vista was, that people had decided to not um, people decided to hold on to XP as far as that goes, and we're probably at the same thing again now, that people don't like Windows 10 that much, and there are some people that will refuse to buy Windows 10 and just hold on to Windows 7, or grab like a copy of Windows 7 as far as that goes, whether it's a legitimate copy or a bootleg copy or whatnot, and hold on to that, as long as it is, and I figure it's like by then, it's like with like maybe about like another year or two, like, they'll probably bring like a new Windows system that everybody will like, because they said there was always been a pattern with Microsoft uh, having like one operating system that everybody likes, and then there's another operating system where everybody avoids, like the plague as far as that goes, and all this sort of stuff. And in a way, it's like one of the things that I probably have to say before is that one, if you just don't like a certain service, then don't use it, because then it affects their bottom line. And usually once their bottom line is affected enough, they'll go and make sort of changes as far as that goes. So, anyways, I guess that's it for me. So, see you guys next time.